In 2026, massive power grid failures are becoming a harsh reality. From Texas to California, extreme weather conditions are constantly testing the limits of America's aging energy infrastructure. What do you do if the lights go out, not just for a few hours, but for an entire week? Let's break down the science of urban survival during a complete blackout. Number 1. The evaporative fridge hack. Your refrigerator will stop holding its temperature just for hours after the power goes out. The golden rule is do not open the door unless absolutely necessary. To save your most critical food items, use the evaporative cooling method, also known as a Zier pot. Take 2 unglazed terracotta clay pots of different sizes. Place the smaller pot inside the larger one, and fill the gap between them with wet sand. Put your food inside and cover the top with a damp cloth. According to the laws of thermodynamics, as the water evaporates, it pulls heat out of the inner chamber. This can drop the internal temperature by 15 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit, keeping your food fresh. Number 2. Safe urban illumination candles are a massive fire hazard during a blackout. Instead, use solar-powered garden lights. During the day, place them outside or by a sunny window, and bring them inside at night. It is an absolutely safe, free, and reliable source of light. Another great hack is strapping a headlamp to a plastic jug of water. The water will diffuse the beam, turning the jug into a bright, safe, ambient lantern that lights up the whole room. Number 3. The water heater reserve during a massive blackout. Municipal water pumps may fail, leaving your faucets completely dry, but you have a massive hidden reservoir right in your home, your water heater. A standard US home water heater holds anywhere from 40 to 80 gallons, 150 to 300 liters of clean drinking water. Locate the drain valve at the very bottom of the tank. Attach a garden hose to it, or simply place a clean bucket underneath. This water is completely safe to drink and will keep you hydrated for days. Number 4. The digital blackout and satellite SOS. We are used to relying on our smartphones, but cell towers will die as soon as their backup batteries run out, usually in 4 to 24 hours. You will find yourself in a total information vacuum with no cell service or navigation. Always download offline maps of your area on Google Maps ahead of time. For news, keep a hand crank radio at home tuned to NOAA weather frequencies. But how do you call for help if there is no network? Use Satellite SOS, starting with the iPhone 14 and newer Android flagships. This feature is built right into the system. If you are out of cell range and try to dial 911, an emergency text via satellite button will appear on the screen. You need to step outside, away from tall trees and buildings, and simply point your phone at the sky, following the radar on the screen. You won't be making a voice call. The phone will prompt you with short, multiple-choice questions about your emergency and send a compressed text packet to responders, along with your exact coordinates. Number 5. The DIY smartphone generator. What if your power banks are dead, and you desperately need your phone for emergency communication, or a flashlight? Can you generate electricity for an iPhone using improvised materials? Yes. The easiest way to charge a smartphone in a blackout is to build a circuit using a 9-volt battery, a metal pen spring, and a USB car charger adapter. Place the metal spring against the negative terminal of the 9-volt battery and the side metal contact of the car adapter. Then press the bottom center pin of the adapter against the positive terminal of the battery. Plug in your cable and your phone will start charging. Also, don't forget that your car's battery is essentially a giant power bank. Even if your car is out of gas and the engine won't start, the 12 volts electrical system can charge your phones for weeks through the standard cigarette lighter port. Number 6. The cashless trap. In the cashless society of 2026, a power outage means Apple Pay and credit card terminals are dead. Even if a local grocery store is running on a backup generator, they won't be able to process your card. The solution is to always keep an emergency stash of cash at home. make sure to keep it in small bills, $1, $5, $10, and $20. During a crisis, cashiers won't have change for a $100 bill, meaning you will either overpay or walk away empty-handed. Number 7. Remote work and information hubs. Many people worry about their remote jobs and where to find out when the power will return. Do not try calling the power company, their lines will be completely jammed. Listen to local AM/FM radio stations instead. As for remote work and charging your devices, critical infrastructure like hospitals, fire stations, and large public libraries are required by law to have massive industrial diesel generators. During severe blackouts, local authorities often convert them into cooling and charging hubs. But let's be realistic. If the blackout drags on for more than a week, you won't be able to maintain your remote job locally. The only viable solution to keep working is to temporarily relocate to relatives or a co-working space in a neighboring county where the grid is still up. Number 8. High-rise versus suburbs. Surviving a blackout in the suburbs compared to a downtown metropolis are two completely different scenarios. In downtown high-rises, life stops instantly. Elevators shut down. If you live above the 5th floor, carrying heavy buckets of water up the stairs will become an exhausting ordeal. Water pumps also fail, meaning toilets stop flushing immediately, and the dense asphalt causes the city to overheat rapidly. In the suburbs, surviving is much easier. You have ground access. You can safely start a fire to cook in your backyard, and you can harvest rainwater from your roof. However, there is a massive catch when restoring the grid. Utility companies always prioritize downtown areas because that is where critical hospitals and communication nodes are located. Because of this, residential suburbs might be left in the dark for much longer. Number 9. Urban sanitation. As we just mentioned, if the water pumps stop, poor sanitation will become your biggest health threat by day 2. The solution for apartments: start collecting gray water, the water left over from washing your hands or melting ice in the fridge. Use this strictly for manually flushing the toilet. If you have no water at all, use the proven dry toilet method. Stock up on heavy-duty 13 to 30-gallon trash bags beforehand, and line your dry toilet bowl with a bag. After each use, cover the waste with sawdust or kitty litter to instantly block odors and kill bacteria. Number 10. Security and the gray man rule. When the streets plunge into darkness, security cameras, electronic locks, and alarms go dead. This creates a natural fear of looting. How do you protect yourself? The ultimate security rule is the gray man strategy. This means blend in and do not advertise your supplies. If your entire street is sitting in pitch black darkness, do not turn on a blazing 1,000 lumen camping lantern in your living room. That light will be visible from a mile away and instantly makes your house a target. Use blackout curtains to completely hide any light inside your home. The absolute best defense is your community. Get to know your neighbors beforehand. Neighborhoods that band together, block off entrances, and organize joint patrols are almost always bypassed by criminals. Number 11. The surge protection rule. Many people panic about losing power, but completely forget about the moment it finally comes back on. The biggest mistake you can make is leaving your electronics plugged into the wall, waiting for a miracle. When utility workers restore the grid, a massive power surge can shoot through the lines. This surge can instantly fry your expensive TVs, computers, and refrigerator. The basic survival rule: the second the power goes out, immediately unplug every device from the wall. Leave only one small, cheap lamp plugged in and turned on. When that lamp lights up, you will know the grid is stable and you can safely plug everything else back in. Now, let's dive into the theory. Why do these massive blackouts happen in the US in the first place? In physics, this is known as a cascading failure. The US power grid is a giant interconnected web. When extreme heat or a severe winter storm causes a massive spike in demand, everyone turns on their AC or heaters at once. A single substation gets overloaded. To prevent catching fire, it automatically shuts itself down, but all of its electrical load is instantly transferred to the neighboring station. That station can't handle the sudden surge either and shuts down, triggering a domino effect across the entire region. This is exactly the constant threat facing the isolated ERCOT grid in Texas. And it is exactly what happens during major weather anomalies. How did ancient civilizations survive without refrigerators in extreme heat? Humans survived without electricity for thousands of years using brilliant engineering. For example, the ancient Persians built yakhchuls, massive domed structures. They used the physics of evaporative cooling and wind catchers to store ice right in the middle of the scorching desert all summer long. Early American pioneers heavily relied on root cellars. They knew that the temperature of the earth just a few feet underground is always perfectly stable, around 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This was cold enough to keep meat, vegetables, and cheese fresh for months without a single kilowatt of energy. If you enjoy this format of survival through the lens of science, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next helpful videos. Let us know in the comments if you have a backup plan at home for a blackout. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and be prepared for anything.